Yo, it's your boy Smoke about the video, and we got week 3 power rankings for you guys. Now, week 2 has officially ended, and we are heading into week 3. Before we go ahead and get into the power rankings, I just want to say everything that kind of goes into the factor of these power rankings. Injuries, obviously, because that impacts your overall team. The performance, scheduling, how they perform against division rivals, coaching, all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's really about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe for more Madden 26 and NFL content in general. Starting off with number 32, the New Orleans Saints. They are not going to move a spot. I did kind of debate putting them up just because they did perform pretty well, but you got to keep in mind it was a mainly injured 49ers team. So you can't really give him too much credit. Spencer Rattler, though, I will give him some props where props is due. Best game I've ever seen from Spencer Rattler. 3 passing touchdowns, but the offensive line was awful, and they were facing tons of backups, so they really can't quite go up. 31, I got the Miami Dolphins, and I think every Dolphins fans would agree. The offense was a lot better this week. Week 1, it was awful. But the offense was better, but the defense is still abysmal. I think every single defensive drive, I think they've given up at least a field goal. I don't know if they broke that streak yet or not, but it's something like that. The defense is off to a historically bad start to the season. 30, I have the Cleveland Browns. That was pretty embarrassing. Week 1, they kind of shocked me. They were right there with the Bengals, but they got absolutely blown out by the Ravens, so Cleveland Browns are going down 2 spots at least. 29, I got the Carolina Panthers. They're going up. That was an impressive game for Bryce Young, who had 3 touchdowns, and Ted McMillan, the rookie, had 6 receptions for 100 yards. Pretty impressive loss. Very close, a lot closer than it should have been against the Arizona Cardinals. 28, I have the New York Giants. They're going up 2 spots. Yes, they did lose. They're still going up 2 spots. That was an absolutely amazing game from Russell Wilson. Everyone wanted to bench Russell Wilson so early after one bad week. And it was like, dude, I like Jackson Dart, but just give Russ a couple weeks to figure it out. And he's a veteran. He's been one of the better quarterbacks in the league before, and he currently leads the league in passing yards. And I think Malik Neighbors is either leading or in second in receiving yards. So yes, they did lose, but was it the offense's fault? No, it was the defense, and I don't know what's going on in that defense in New York because it is supposed to be a tad better than this. But yeah, New York Giants are going up 2 spots easily. 27, I got the Las Vegas Raiders going down 2 spots. That was absolutely awful on Monday night prime time. That should be a crime, putting them in the prime time slot. Okay, Ashton Genty, he wasn't existent at all. And Geno Smith looked awful too. But what I'm going to say is I don't think it was really all their fault. Their offensive line was god awful. Geno Smith was under pressure almost every time he dropped back. Ashton Genty was not getting great run protection at all. I mean, a few plays he was able to break out for 6 or 7 yards, but didn't happen a whole lot. Number 26, I got the Tennessee Titans. They're going to go up 1 spot even with the loss. They held it in there with the Rams until the very end in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, it started to slip away. Tennessee Titans, pretty solid matchup against the Rams, though. 25, I got the New York Jets. They go down 2 spots, absolutely blown out by the Buffalo Bills, and Justin Fields is questionable. But, I mean, I can't put them back too far because they still had an impressive week 1. I mean, they are 0-2, but their week 1 was fairly impressive. But the Justin Fields injury is going to bring them back a little bit. 24, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they should be honestly happy they're not going back more. They're going back 2 spots, and they couldn't come up with a win after facing Jake Browning, who threw a total of 3 interceptions. Dude, that's just stupid. Come on, dude. 3 interceptions, and it's a backup quarterback, and you're not able to come with the win. Jaguars, I mean, that's rough, dude. That is really rough. 23, I got the New England Patriots. They're going to go up 3 spots. In the first half, they probably would have came up more, but they almost started to sell against the Dolphins, but they were able to go away with a division win. Drake May absolutely bowled out. 22, I have the Chicago Bears. Embarrassing blowout loss to Dan Campbell. And the Detroit Lions, I mean, I think the final score was like 52-21. That is god awful. Obviously, the Lions ran up the score because, that's what they do. But still, that is very bad. 21, I got the Arizona Cardinals. Even though they are starting the season 2-0 and they're coming off a win, dude, you barely by the skin of your teeth beat the Carolina Panthers, and your defense led up 3 passing touchdowns to Bryce Young. Not that Bryce Young is bad. He just hasn't really proven himself in the NFL yet. And he just absolutely picked apart your defense. He did have a lot of passing attempts, I will say. But still, I mean, enough is enough. 3 passing touchdowns for a guy who hasn't proven himself. You let a rookie go for 100 yards on you. It's just not looking great for the Cardinals, even though they are 2-0. Number 20, I have the Seattle Seahawks. The only reason they're going back one spot is because it was another sloppy performance from Sam Darnold, but the defense was absolutely elite. Defense was amazing. Sam Darnold, I mean, this guy's supposed to be your starting quarterback. I mean, he is the starting quarterback, but I need to be a little bit more convinced and confident in you before I can put you up. But still, I'm not trying to take credit from the Seahawks. Very impressive win. Just going to go back one spot for now. And earlier in the season, it's more shifty. The teams shift around a lot more. So, in middle of the season, if they're still getting wins, they won't be going back. Trust me. Number 18, I have the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going back 3 spots, even though they did start the season 2-0, which no one really thought because the Bengals are always slow starters. Joe Burrow is hurt for a minimum of 2 months. That is devastating. That is the only reason they're going back, and I think that's a fair reason. I mean, that is a major loss, one of the best players in the entire football league, and you're losing him for 2 months. So good luck with Jake Browning. You guys signed Mike White to the practice squad, so hopefully he can do something, either one of them two. Number 17 is going to be the Minnesota Vikings, and they're moving back 6 spots. Very embarrassing loss on primetime. J.J. McCarthy with 2 interceptions and a fumble loss. And also some of the reason why they're moving back 6 spots is because J.J. McCarthy is going to miss a minimum of 2 weeks as well. So another QB injury. I mean, QB injuries, that is very detrimental to the team. So that is definitely why they are moving back some. Moving back a total of 6 spots. Number 16, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Are going to move back 2 spots. Just the defense has not been looking great. I mean, the defense needs to look a little bit better. Number 15, I have the Houston Texans. Only moving back 1 spot. They easily could have got a win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, only 1-point loss. But still, dude, come on, Houston Texans. I had high expectations for the Texans, man. And C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins are not playing to their fullest potential so far this year. They can definitely do a lot better. So Texans are going to go back 1 spot. 49ers are going to go back 1 spot too. They barely beat the Saints. I mean, I hate putting people back after they get a win, but come on, I mean, they lost Brock Purdy, George Kittle, and you barely beat the Saints. It was a lot closer than it should have been with your backups in or not. Number 13, I have the Atlanta Falcons moving up 8 spots because they absolutely crushed the Minnesota Vikings. And I will say, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, we already know they can perform. But if Michael Penix and the Falcons defense in general can stay this consistent, the Falcons might be a sneaky good team. Maybe they might be able to sneak into a playoff spot. Don't know quite yet, but it could happen if they keep up this pace. And talk about keeping up the pace. Number 12, we have the Indianapolis Colts moving up 12 spots. I think that is the farthest jump we've ever had since we've done power rankings since last year. Moving a total of 12 spots. I mean, how could they not? Even if you're sold on Daniel Jones or not, the Colts have looked absolutely amazing, and you gotta give them the respect they deserve. Moving up a total of 12 spots. I mean, Daniel Jones has looked good. Jonathan Taylor's looked good. The defense has looked spectacular. Just everything has been looking good for the Indianapolis Colts way. I don't really understand the method to their madness, but it is working. 11, I have the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels might miss 1 week due to a knee sprain, but other than that, the Commanders are supposed to be up there with the Packers. Like, that was supposed to be a somewhat close game on Thursday night, and it was not close. So the Packers definitely took that win. I think they outgained them in yards by a lot too, and they won by more than 2 possessions. Just not a great performance from the Commanders. So they're going to move back 3 spots, bumping them out of the top 10. And a team that might be bumped out of the top 10 is the Broncos. I mean, they were able to get a win, but Bo Nix has just not looked the same that he has. Like, I mean, like, he was able to get a win week 1 against the Titans, but just barely. And the Broncos, they need to. I don't know. It's mainly Bo Nix, and I'm sure he's just fine. He's still young, so some growing pains, but still, dude. I mean, the Broncos, you guys really need to just fire on all cylinders, target Cortland Sutton more. He really force-fed the ball to Troy Franklin, which, hey, I get it's his former college teammate, but damn, dude, you got some other weapons in that offense you can utilize. Number 9, I got the Los Angeles Chargers. Pretty impressive win on Monday night. Only reason they're not really moving up is because the Las Vegas Raiders are kind of dog shit, to say so myself, me being a Raiders fan. So it was a pretty impressive win, but I would not bump them up just off of beating a bad team. And now I'm sure they will beat good teams later in the season, and we'll bump them up when that happens. Number 8, we got the Los Angeles Rams. That game against the Tennessee Titans was very close until the third quarter, but once it was third quarter, we saw like Prime Stafford, Puka Nacua, even was being utilized in the run game and everything. So Rams, and obviously when you talk about the Rams, you got to talk about that good young defense that they have. Number 7, we have the Kansas City Chiefs, even though they are starting the season off 0-2. Come on, guys, and it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this is probably the only 0-2 team, I believe, in the top 7. Yeah, it is. But I mean, come on, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce. Even though Travis Kelce has lost a step in his game and Pat Mahomes hasn't looked the greatest, the Chiefs are still obviously a very good football team. Rashid Rice and Xavier Worthy, it looked like they were missing him though. But I think Xavier Worthy is going to be coming back this week. Number 6, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're not going to really move up. They barely got a 1-point win against the Houston Texans. Now, I view myself as the Texans being a good team, but they haven't really quite performed like it. So a 1-point win, I mean, I can't give the Buccaneers too much credit. It was a very sloppy offensive performance until like the fourth quarter. The Detroit Lions, they are going to move up 2 spots, and it's not going to be more because, I mean, they lost to the Packers week 1, so you can only give them so much credit. Is it the Lions just being really good at that blowout win, or is it the Bears just being absolutely dog shit, which they have known to be, or what they have known to be dog shit for the last couple of years? So don't quite know what the full verdict is, but obviously the Detroit Lions deserve to go up at least minimum 2 spots, but the teams ahead of them I would just take with an overall roster ahead of them. So number 4, I have the Baltimore Ravens, and they're not going to move up a spot, even though they did blow out the Browns. I mean, it's not really that much of a competition because the Cleveland Browns really aren't that great. And again, Joe Flacco got benched, and there's just quarterback headache in Cleveland yet again. Number 3, I got the Green Bay Packers. I did want to move them up, but I just really can't because the other teams did win in the week in this week. But Green Bay Packers, obviously, very, very talented team. Micah Parsons addition helped their whole entire defense, and I love Josh Jacobs and Jordan Love. I feel like they're very, very talented. But number 2, I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. They absolutely shut out the New York Jets. I think it was like 30-10. At least it was 30-10. James Cook did amazing, even though Josh Allen didn't have the greatest game, and he did leave a little bit for some bloody nose, I believe it was. Still very impressive. And obviously, number 1, Philadelphia Eagles, reigning Super Bowl champs, so they start off 2-0. You got to at least put them 1. Even though they didn't gain a whole lot of yards against the Kansas City Chiefs, the defense is just insane. Jalen Carter, Zach Bond, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Reed Blankenship. I could go on and on about their defense. It's absolutely spectacular. Their offense is very good, too. Cam Jurgens is very, very great center. I feel like he doesn't get enough love, to be honest. Jalen Hurts is solid. I mean, I would like him to be a little bit better in the passing game for being a quarterback, but still, beggars can't be choosers. Obviously, the Eagles are number one. Those are the power rankings heading into week 3. If you guys disagree or agree, make sure to comment down below. I'm interested to see what you guys got to say. But yeah, those are the power rankings. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Again, we post Madden 26 content and just NFL content in general. See you guys in the next video. Bye.